And welcome to Houston Newsmakers Extra. We've been talking with Congressman Dan Crenshaw, and re-elected, ready to go back to Congress. We talked about a lot of things this morning. Are you concerned at all about anything that's, I know you said that when the election is certified, we'll just move forward. The transition process is taking a little while getting started. Any concerns about that in terms of giving the next potential administration a chance to start at least digging in and figuring out what's going on as far as the COVID stuff is concerned, at least?
I'm less concerned. Remember, these are political appointments that they're talking about. The entire, 99% of the staffing would remain the same. So when people say that, I think I think it's being used as a way to encourage Trump to concede the election and get on with it. But I think when reality hits, I don't think it changes things all that much.
Hey, when we talked the first time, you were still wet behind the ears, just getting ready to run for the first time and excited about going to Congress, and I was excited to talk with you. When you first talked, you were optimistic about going and making a difference. After that first term, has that changed? Have you dug in a little bit more in your thoughts about what's going on? Are you still optimistic about trying to make a change?
I was never naive. So, I'm still optimistic, right? And you should be both, optimistic but not naive. A lot of people get really disenchanted with this job because they're naive, and they get up here and they think they're really going to change the world. But no, it's a democratic process. There's 435 people in the House of Representatives from all different parts of the country and walks of life. And we should not be so surprised that we disagree really wholeheartedly on things. It's kind of meant to be that way. So I walk into it with both eyes open, or well, at least one eye open, and I'm still optimistic. I've passed more bills as a Republican freshman than anybody else, 5 bills. Some Democrat freshmen have passed no bills. So I am optimistic. I've been able to work across the aisle and get things done. I'm optimistic about this session.
Well, one of the things you said election night, you said a lot of things on election night. One of the things you said is, if there is a Biden presidency, you said you ain't seen resistance. And so I kind of heard that and I said, well, that doesn't quite sound like you're ready to do any compromise. And what do you mean by resistance? Or was that just the heat of the moment in terms of conversation at an election night celebration?
Well, when the Biden campaign was talking about destroying the Texas oil and gas sector, when they're talking about whether it's Kamala Harris's Medicare for all or Joe Biden's public option, removing your private health insurance, whether it's refusing to deport people who are here illegally, we are a border state after all. These things concern us. Or by the way, taking away the tax cuts and raising taxes on everybody. These things concern me. So I think Houstonians should want us to resist some of these very detrimental policies. It is not obvious to me that people were really voting for Biden's policies, right? And if you poll people, they'll say this, they voted against Trump. So that's telling, right? Resisting this bad policy that's harmful to Houston is exactly what we should do. But it never means that we can't compromise on other issues, right? You just got to find where those pieces of common ground are, like I've been doing for the last 2 years. I mean, I can't pass anything out of the House that isn't bipartisan. Remember that. Yeah. So that won't change from here on out.
Congressman, I know you're up against it clockwise. You got to go, but I appreciate you leaving me with the words of wisdom. Sanctimonious pearl clutches.
You're really not letting that one go.
I'm dialed in on that one, buddy. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay safe. Good luck to you and the family, okay?
Thanks.
Okay, see you next time.